was saying that most people come to podcasts because the podcast area at some point is starting to become saturated.
Through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself and I tripled the flip. Came from the streets, I'ma stick to the script. We popping bottles like we win a trip. Rather fill up accounts than empty a clip. 10 on the ground, so I never slip. They love you, they hate you, I'm watching them switch. Switch, 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 switch. They hate you, they love you, I'm watching them switch. Switch.
I already know what it is. I'll make this video real quick. If you're watching this, some of y'all want to know why should we watch Be Yourself podcast? What is Be Yourself podcast? So I had an interesting conversation with my brother this weekend. Had a couple drinks, you know what I mean? Just relaxing. So he said some bad things. So to explain, he basically was saying that most people come to podcasts because the podcast area at some point is starting to become saturated. There's a lot of people. A lot of people podcast. I mean, it's certainly like music. Everyone does it now. So I get it. So you might say, why do we come to the Be Yourself podcast? It's usually you go to podcast to see someone famous or to see an expert. My bad, still dealing with the cough. Or to deal with an expert. Like if you're coming for emotional things, or if you're coming for therapy, you usually go to a therapist, or you watch a therapist, or you watch someone that's trained to be a therapist. If you want to see super motivation, you usually go to Gary Vee, someone that has a track record of doing that. So I get it. Why did you come here? I'm gonna tell you why. One, because we do what I would hope you do in your life. We have conversations with our friends, which I believe we do, everyone does every day, about everything. You may get sports one day. If you're not into sports, that's cool. You may get a comment on something that happened reality-wise that is controversial. You'll get entertainment, definitely, because we be wild. But you get real reactions and conversations. And you also get information. Because we try to get back jewels as we're all on this podcast a little older. We try to get jewels back to you that's watching that maybe never experienced whatever we talk about, never had the opportunity to do it, and you're older. Or if you're a youngin', no one's taught you these jewels. For instance, no one ever taught. Sorry, this matter, but we need to talk out because I'm gonna start off. No one ever taught me about finances when I was younger. And it's not a shade to my parents because my mom worked 2 jobs, 3 jobs. She got an MBA. My pops was in the military. So not to say like I had slack ass parents, but in our environment, minority wise, we're just not taught that. We're not taught about finances. We're not talking about good credit. We're not talking about how to do your own businesses, how to start them, how to finish them, how to set them up. We're not talking about LLCs. We're not talking any of that. It's basically the cliche of what they say. You grow up in the hood, sell drugs, get arrested, go to jail, die. Just try to survive. Try to get out. So we try to get back. We try to have people on here that either do real estate, do finances, actors, producers, directors. What else have we had on here? Chefs, bakers. We try to get people on here that are either doing what you may want to do or have done what you aspire to do but just have no idea how to do it. Or you just never been taught, so it's a cool gem to listen to. Like, oh, never really thought about that. Someone interested in that. So that's what we try to do. So to sum it all up, because I do like to get you in and out. I don't know if I say yeet, but I try to get you in and out. Is are we famous? Nah. Will we be? Never know. Time will tell. I mean, I had a good music career, had a good acting career, but by no means do you know me. So to you, no, we're not. Are we entertaining? Yes. Are we 100% real? Yes. Do we give you good information here? Yes. Will we not sometimes? Of course. Will we miss sometimes? Of course. But that's why you can either stop it, pause it, skip it, or don't watch it. But I promise you, it's entertaining. The information is there, and you're going to enjoy it. So that's why you should watch Be Yourself. And it's called Be Yourself because we are ourselves. So with that being said, I hope y'all tune in. Hope y'all subscribe. Y'all can always put in the comments what you like, what you want to see, what you want to see more of, what kind of guests you would like to have. If you want us to have you on as on the guest, put in the comments. Reach out. But hope you have a great Monday. Hope you're safe. Hope your family is well. Be yourself. Yeah.
Through the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself.